Loneliness. I think it's something that none of us want to admit that we feel. In my comments section, in the gender wars, men will lob at women, "You're going to be lonely with a cat," and women will lob back at men, "You're going to die alone," because it's something that masculine and feminine really, really fear. We fear being alone because we're not biologically and evolutionarily made to be alone. In fact, we will die if we're alone. We will die without physical touch. In many cases, when we're older or when we're much younger, we will die if somebody's not taking care of us. So we have an inherent physical, biological need to be with somebody. And we are scared to be alone. And many women, many men will stay in unhealthy relationships forever, for their whole lives, because they are so fearful of being alone. There is such an emphasis on building these things, these structures around us to not be alone. And I know why. It's because being alone can be lonely. I've been going through a breakup. I've been really healing right now. I've been spending time alone on the weekends. I don't go out as much anymore. My friend group has really pared down. My dating standards are really strict, so I don't go out a lot with men. And there are times where I'm really lonely. Yesterday I had a really hard day and I cried a lot because I miss physical touch. I miss having somebody in the world that cares about me. And it's okay to feel lonely, but at the same time, feel an immense amount of self-love, self-actualization. For the first time in my life, because of this time that I've spent alone, and I didn't just jump into another relationship, I have cultivated, finally, a sense of safety within my body. I have cultivated an emotional, safe home for myself, which I have never had before. I have never felt the freedom to just truly be myself, show up, take up space, and know that I deserve it, and to give myself that safe place by cultivating the social network around me, by cultivating my environment, by picking up habits and practices that cultivate that safety, meditation, grounding, breathing, things that like really make me feel safe, being picky about who I let into my energy. All of those things have created such a fortress of safety in my life, in my aura, in my being. I've never had that in my life. I didn't have it as a child. I didn't have it in any of my relationships. In fact, most of my love relationships made me feel unsafe because that is how I felt as a kid. So for me, that was home and that was safety. Finally, for the first time, I have cultivated a real safe place of home within. And anybody that I now bring into this place, into my home and into my life, has to mimic that feeling that I created within. Friends, lovers, people I work with, I don't care. You have to create and cultivate that same safety that I have created within myself. And if you don't meet that bar, best wishes, I wish you well, Godspeed, but you don't get access to me. You're not in my inner circle. But I'm still lonely. It's a paradox. I have to sit in loneliness at times. I have to fear what my future holds and if I'll ever be with somebody. I have to miss physical touch. I have to miss falling asleep with somebody. It is a paradox and both can exist at the same time.